are songs in K-pop and J-pop and all the pops where I sometimes don't like them as much on the reaction that I do to them, but then coming back to it, I end up enjoying them more and more. ONEUS's last song, called I Know You Know, is one of those songs where I didn't like it as much in the reaction, but then it took off later and I started listening to it every day in class. It's very similar to GOT7's Python. Man, I can't get enough of that song right now, even though it's been like a month since it released. Anywho, ONEUS came back with Hatchling, and so we're gonna go ahead and hop into that one. By the way, I'm Ddog. This is Teacher Reacts. In my classroom, I play music videos, and now I start reacting to on my channel. We hit 2K recently, and now we're on the way to 3. So let's go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Do it. I beg of you. I need to press play. Is what I need to do. Oh, I've got so many videos. We're on like video 5 of 21. Anyway, give me something fun in this 4x3 shot video. You look great with those glasses. Very high paced percussion. You hear that? Shows that we're gonna speed up soon. I bet you we speed up soon. They have so much energy, they gotta let it go during the chorus, right? Just kidding! Threw me for a loop! Dude, those high notes! This has almost a pop rock style type of thing. You know what they should have done, and they could have done, is had one we do the instrumentals. Love fast lyrics. I don't have a lot to say. I'll talk about it during the second listen through. God, they're adorable on that couch. Dumb. Whoa, good high note. I'm an idiot. It's just him. That makes sense why it sounds different. Great vocals. Your boy's an idiot. Not him, me. We'll talk about that. So, I was not prefaced that this was a solo. So here's the deal. I was wondering why we weren't going. Yeah. I realize it's a solo now with him. SEOHO? I don't know how to pronounce his name. Point is, look at the title. It just says ONEUS up there, right? Yeah. It just says ONEUS. It says Hatchling. I didn't see, and also on fucking the K-pop Reddit, it didn't say solo as well. So therefore, and don't go to the K-pop Reddit. It's a terrible place. Your boy spent the first 2/3 of the song realizing that, oh yeah, all those other people were just background dancers. Fucking, I'm an idiot. Okay, so now that we've embarrassed ourselves on the internet like we do on a weekly basis, hi, this song is great, and he has a great voice. Fun fact, even if I didn't recognize that it was just him, which by the way, I did immediately because, you know, he's the main focus of this entire thing. this song's built differently than a ONEUS stuff, right? ONEUS is much more of the pop, much more of the dancey type of thing. Literally look at I Know You Know, or look at Bella Camingo. Point is, much more of that pop group type of thing, or dance group type of thing. This, on the other hand, is much more rocking than it is. It leans much more like a ONEUS song than a ONEUS song, and it's because of the guitar. Obviously, it's because of the guitar. So when you have ONEUS's SEOHO here doing something that sounds different, it's because he's literally branching out and it's his own thing, not whatchamacallit, not as a group. Now, obviously, I'm just an idiot sometimes and I don't recognize things and I should do research, but your boy doesn't want to do research. He's currently on spring break. So therefore, let's talk about the actual song and not me being an idiot. Yes, it's much more of a rocking song. You think I would like that. It's very much in the same kind of vein as Victon's Dohan Se, who would do more of a rocking stuff as his solo stuff. I'm trying to think who else does rocking stuff as their solo stuff, and I don't remember off the top of my head. It's a fine song. His vocals really shine towards the end there, going up high and everything. But there is a lot of energy built with nowhere to go. That's the one thing I'm gonna complain about this. I was expecting this to really take off when it came to the chorus, but it did the opposite. It did the stop, the noise stopping. Like, it did stop sound, where it stops the instrumental and it has a pause break in between, and therefore it kind of comes to an abrupt halt, and I'm not a really big fan of that. I like more of the, if you're gonna build up a very strong amount of energy with very fast-paced percussion, you need to really let that go with something that's either soaring or going extremely fast. Kind of want to take a second listen to this little part here. We've hit bridge. I want to hear what happens after the bridge. I know he goes off on his vocals, but I want to know if the instrumental changes. Listen to all that energy in that guitar, all that energy in that percussion. I wish there was more. Good harmony. Yeah, still doing very high notes, still doing fun things, but like I guess here is what we're talking about. Oh, press play. He does a little belt. I don't think it's enough. I think it needs more, or it should have done something like this. Not something like this, but just something faster in that chorus, those first two choruses, like the main thing. It just didn't work as well. It worked at the very end because he was letting out all of that energy via, you know, big notes. But like throughout the song, it felt very like start and stoppy, very abruptly stopping when you had all that energy to deal with. I couldn't really like jam along to it. That's just my own opinion. I do really like his voice, as always do, in every ONEUS song I've ever enjoyed. It's been his vocals are the ones that I always point out. That's pretty much it for me, though. After making a fool out of myself, not realizing it's a solo until halfway through. Now we're gonna go into outro time. Like the video, comment, subscribe. Where is ReactBot? I need to get myself out of here. ReactBot, please. I've made a fool out of myself. Have you ever listened to a song and not realized it was only one person singing until like, you know, 60% of the way through? I'd love to know your opinion on that.
Guys, I literally can't with this.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I know I disappointed you too. Look, I can't make everybody happy.